she is a Mexican lady, dead, and she is called Maria Sabina, and here she is. And she was a curandera, which means a healer. She was a doctor, basically, like my grandma. And, well, not exactly like my grandma, but she was working in the 1960s. She had a very long life, but she's famous for her work in the 50s and 60s. And she treated the psychological and the physical as one. And she was really brilliant at what she did. She was renowned all over Sierra Mazateca, which is where she lived. And her grandfather was a curandero, and her great-grandfather was a curandero. So as a curandera, in the female, she took this on, and it was pretty mould-breaking. Mould will become relevant. And she was exploited in the end, because she was so good at what she did, by, guess who? A white guy, yeah, exactly. He was called R. Gordon Wesson, and he was a piece of absolute trash. And he made her famous by, he visited her, and she was very welcoming, and she was great. And she was so great that he wrote an article in Life magazine all about her and where to find her exact location with coordinates. And she didn't ask for any of it. Basically, she got famous and she didn't like it. I don't know what she sounded like. She spoke Mazatec. Any Mazatecs in? No. So I've had to improvise. I've given her the voice of Phil Daniels. Phil Daniels is the guy that did the talky bits in Park Life, the song by Blur. And he was also in EastEnders, and I really admire him as an actor, so I thought I would give her his voice. It makes sense to me. And here they are. Not many people know this, but she was actually in the video for Park Life, but they cut her out. I think she was dead by then. Anyway. This has gone out of tune. It's all part of it. I was well known as a healer. I weren't no wheeler dealer. Down in old Sierra Mazateca, that's in southern Mexico. For those not in the know, you could say I was your local family doctor. I used my remedies to cure many maladies. I was being loved by my many friends and neighbours. But when outsiders came and I treated them the same, my people blamed me for their bad behaviour. So what happened was, I was minding my own business when I saw Keith Bloody Richards with Jagger, Leonard Dillon, etc. coming up the path to see little old me, because I was the famous curandera. A curandera is a shaman, a little bit like a barman, but I served a different kind of medication. It weren't alcoholic, but small, usually solid, and to take it required an occasion. What is known as La Velada, that's the name of the procedure. It's a mixture of magic and chemistry, psilocybin with a silent P, psilocybin mexicana, or what is known as magic mushrooms. And I was really good at using them, like genuinely brilliant. Just ask any of the rock stars. I was trying to be nice, and I didn't think twice before letting in the first Americano. A botanist come banker. Should have known he weren't going to say thank you when he took the spores to Europe by the shed load. My knowledge was exploited. 2,000 years down the toilet, my village was overrun by students. Word had spread far and wide, but the power, it had died because they all ignored my jurisprudence. La Velada is the name of the procedure. It's a mixture of magic and chemistry, psilocybin with a silent P, psilocybin mexicana, always known as mushrooms. All the people, so many people, all go everything. Poor Maria Sabina. She had to deal with an awful lot of fun guys. She was toastily fed up with them. Toastily. Spoiled to death. Constantly pushing her buttons. That's the type of mushroom. She had her up to the gills. That's a part of a mushroom. With all the shit, Sharky. That's a mushroom. Good. 6 mushroom puns for you. I've been learning that is too many mushroom puns.